Just the things that you guys have been working on these past 10 days have been what?
You know what? We've obviously defensively, offensively sharing the ball, and most importantly, we needed time off. We needed to, get our minds right. And I think that this time has been really positive. We had a team building wiffle ball game that was fun. They were laughing, sharing, and taking the pressure off. And we got to work. We've had 3 really good practices. We'll have one today, and then get a chance to go out there and see where we've produced and where we've gotten better. But kids have had great attitudes. Kids have been working hard in those areas, and I'm really proud of them.
What would you like to see on Thursday?
I like to see a lot of fight. Just a lot of fight and a lot of togetherness. You can miss and make. Some days you're not going to make foul shots. Some days you're not going to make threes. Some days it's just the ball's not going to bounce. But what we have to do is really believe in each other, trust each other, and compete on the defensive end. And if we can do that, we'll have a chance to win every game that we play. If we don't, then the opposite can happen. But really felt like the attitudes have been everybody's been rowing the boat in the right direction, which we've been happy with.
Great. And if I can squeeze in just one last one here, is there any update on the game for Saturday against ASU?
There hasn't been any update, Percy, at all.
Okay, awesome. Thank you, Coach. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, Lauren, go ahead, Lauren.
Hey, Hop, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. You talked about the pressure and the attitude. Did you feel like the pressure was starting to get to them a little bit before this break?
I don't think pressure. I probably the wrong word. It just kind of, you got to play. You got to play free. You got to play confident. You can't play thinking too much. And we know that in practice we've been trying to attack more and working our transition and a little bit more definable with who needs to do what and how we're going to win that way offensively. But for the most part, that confidence thing is real, and we have to build. And we felt like the staff has done a really good job these last, since break, getting back and getting these guys' minds right, getting them energetic and feeling good about themselves. And we've got a good team. We've got good players. We just haven't played well. And so getting that message across, having good energy has been a positive thing for sure.
Is there anybody who you look at over this time who's really been helping to set the right tone and maybe taking on a leadership role for this group?
I think leadership is it can be everybody. It doesn't necessarily have to be the captain. It just, one of the things that we stress is bring positive energy, be a giver, not a taker, try to help somebody and elevate them. I think Quade's done a really good job, Nate Pryor, of helping others, talking to others, getting them better, trusting them, because it takes a team. And sometimes we take some tough shots or we try to do it ourselves, and we just have to trust each other. And the more that we can do that, the better chances we're going to have.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'll ask you to raise your hand if you have a question for Coach Hop.
I was trying to figure out, do you guys do this, or is it's the hand on the thing? Okay, I'm trying to figure. You say raise your hand. Okay, I see.
Chris Fetters, you can go ahead, Chris.
Hey, Hop. Was curious when you look at the guys that have been brought in, whether it's Jerron, Eric, Cole. When you talk about getting those guys and get going and assimilate them with the group, especially when you're trying to understand the culture of the group and what makes them tick. What are the things that you really have to focus on?
Listen, everybody's going to have a role or a skill set that can help this team win. And, that's where we evaluate and practice. And then you got to get reps on the defensive end. Our biggest thing is obviously we hang our hat on our defense. And so there's a lot of different movements, responsibilities, that these guys have to do, for us to have a chance to win. And, I've been really proud of Jerron in the last couple practices. He hasn't played a lot, but is a good player. He's been learning our system. which is important. Cole Badgema has had some minutes and has gotten better, but still, has ways to go, but a great attitude, getting better. Eric Stevenson, he had a lot on him at the beginning and struggled and was frustrated. And that's what happens when some guys come in from out and you put them into something new. There's those growing pains, but with those growing pains, all you want to see is growth. And there's been moments, we just need more consistent moments. And that's what you get, during your practices, and hopefully we can become more consistent in practice, which we have, and that translates into the game situation. So that's what we're hoping for.
Have you found over the years, especially now at Washington being a head coach, where guys are affected in their all-around game because there is the emphasis on trying to learn the zone right away, and that's wholly new to them, and does that take them out of their zone? I mean,
I don't know, Chris. I think, I believe anytime you go into a new system, man-to-man zone, an offense, a defense, from high school to college to the NBA, there's always just growing pains. That's part of the development process. Some people have learnability, like they learn better and it's faster and it comes to them. And then some, can struggle with certain things. Everybody's different. But it's just part of the process. You just gotta pound the rock every day, and you just if you have good attitude and you're buying into the team and you're working on it every day, it always works out, always pans out, because the bottom line, it's team first, not player first, it's team first.
And also, real quick, initial impressions on Arizona.
You know what? They were a team that had a lot of new faces too, and those guys, Sean has done a great job. They're great defensively, and they're man-to-man. They had some success early, and they're playing at a high level. The other night against Colorado, they looked as good as they've looked in a long time. So, be a great challenge for us. We've competed with them the last 3 years, and looking forward to a great opportunity tomorrow.
Thanks, Hop.
You're welcome.
All right, we'll go to James Price from the Daily. Anything from you, James?
Yeah. Hey, how's it going, Coach?
Hey, James. How are you?
I'm pretty good, thanks. Hey, you mentioned that you guys have been working on your attack and transition. So on that note, are there any kind of offensive adjustments that we can expect to see tomorrow that you guys have been working on?
I think the biggest thing is, we're trying to push the ball, and, we want to be able to score in transition. I think we were, 0.78 points per possession in transition. That's not good enough. When you get stops and you got to be able to get in transition, you got to be able to, that's where you got to generate some points. Defenses aren't set. It's a place where you can become a little bit more aggressive, another opportunity to maybe get your best shooter some open shots. So it's not necessarily a scheme. It's just, it's a mindset of where we want to be a little bit more aggressive when our defense is playing at a high level.